It is showtime. That's what StreamYard pops up every time we get ready to go live. Welcome, happy Monday, happy final Monday of September. Excited to roll into October. Got a lot of good stuff going in October. Got a company event that's coming up. Got 3 weddings. Got Rank Makers Live at the end of the month. So jazzed about that. Speaking of Rank Makers Live, I've got to give that a plug here really quick. One of the decisions that I made actually 3 years ago this month in 2019 was to go to a Rank Makers Live event. Been with network marketing, been with multiple companies, had been struggling trying to make things happen in the network marketing, run your own business type kind of industry. And I just couldn't quite wrap my head around it. Had been plugged into Rank Makers for quite a while and listening to that process that Ray teaches in terms of building a business online on social media, but still hadn't quite grasped it. Just literally enrolled with the company I'm with now. Actually, 3 years ago this month is my 3-year anniversary. Enrolled with them and used what I'd learned, not necessarily at Rank Makers Live, but the decision I made there to enroll in coaching and get a coach who just made a few minor tweaks, basically changed the trajectory of my mindset, right? The trajectory of my mindset to actually go out and get more business. So if you're watching this live, if you're over on Facebook or over on LinkedIn or over on YouTube or over on Twitter, and you're watching this live and you're struggling with getting leads, I'm going to walk you through sort of what I call a simple 4-step system that I use to grow my business, right? And grow my brand. The challenge is a lot of people are going to they have a fear over doing it. I'm going to share a solution to that. They just don't get it. Maybe they don't have the time for whatever it is, wherever the category is. I'm going to show you, I'm not going to go into the actual training of how to prospect. I'm just going to walk through the general steps that are required, right? And then I'm going to give you a solution to maybe help you out. Probably a little bit later this week, I may dive deep into some of the how-to technical side of cold prospecting. I love the cold prospect one, and I'm not going to go into details, whether it's building rapport, all that kind of stuff, but we will definitely jump into that. I think somebody just commented over here. Let me check in the Facebook and see. I should be live over there. And if you're looking at my timeline, you see that cool Aston Martin that I just put up. Let me turn this down. Volume down, not up. Volume down. There we go. Hey, Tamara, thanks for swinging by. So check this out. So there's 4 steps, right? There's 4 steps that you need to do to build your business, right? And I'm just there might be more in the middle and there's more processes in between these steps. But for the basic thing, there's 4 steps. One is you've got to find people, right? You've got to find people. You've got to reach out to people. You've got to give a presentation to people, and you have to follow up with people. And if you're a busy person, right? I just literally got off the phone with one of my clients. She's got crazy hours at a hospital. She's just really strapped for time. She's in the medical profession, and literally is like, she goes to work, comes home, goes to bed, maybe sees her family a little bit in the middle. So we're talking about solutions to help her earn an income more on autopilot, that she doesn't have to worry about that so much. We're not talking about that right now. We're going to talk about the 4 steps. I'm going to go into those. So if you don't know me, my name's Forrest Knight. I'm a social media marketing strategist and coach. I love helping people make money. So if that's you and you want to make more money, you want some solutions to make more money, you want to learn how to grow your business, what I'm going to talk about today is not marketing. It's not putting posts on social media, it's not doing a Facebook Live like this. It's actually the process of cold prospecting. People, cold prospecting. I'm not going to argue about whether or not you want to build rapport. If building rapport with people and growing your business is working for you, then you just do it 10 times more and get really good, horrific at it. And feel free to go on and do a live and teach people how to do it. So for sure. So appreciate you swinging by, Tamara. Thanks for doing that. And if you do have someone that's maybe struggling, tag them in this, right? Tag them in this and feel free to share the information with them, because again, my goal, no matter what business you're in, is to help you make money. And if you're thinking about looking at a business, feel free to consider looking at mine to see if it might be a fit for you to help you make money as well. And the cool thing about it is you get me along with that, and all of my mentorship and all of my knowledge is going to come along to help you grow and build your business and basically work at home like I do. I guess if you want to call it work, right? It's fun. So I'm going to jump right into this. Again, there are 4 steps when it comes to building your business. And the first step is finding people. So where do you find people? I'm going to use an example of how I coach and suggest you find people for cold prospecting. Again, we're talking about cold prospecting. We're not talking about marketing and doing reels and that kind of stuff, right? That's marketing. Doing this Facebook Live, this is marketing, right? It's a different type of approach. The push that's going over on YouTube, that's marketing, because YouTube's sitting out there on the search engine YouTube. And when this is over, I'm going to go in and edit my video a little bit to make it more findable by people that might be searching for the content in this video. So hopefully somebody will see the video on YouTube, just like they did last month. They'll click, or actually this month, it's still this month, clicked on my link, signed up, never talked to them. Very, very cool opportunity there. Again, we're not training on how to do that. And at any time you have any questions about anything that I'm sharing, feel free to just shoot me a text first, because if you call me, I don't recognize the number, I ain't answering. So shoot me a text message, tell me who you are, why you want to chat, and we'll set up a time to get you on my calendar to talk. So one of the first things we talked about is finding people. And I know there's a big line of thought, like, oh, who's my target audience? Who's my target client? Who's blah, 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 blah. What's the perfect avatar? All this kind of stuff, whatever, right? That's you can go down that rabbit hole if you want to. And who knows, maybe you do have a niche product that solves this specific problem. Maybe it helps reduce the women's cramps that are on their period, right? So you probably need to find women, right, who have really bad cramps on their period. So how are you going to find them? I'm not going to go into that, but you understand who your target audience is and maybe go places that they hang out. So for me, my approach is find people that like stuff I like. I just keep it simple, right? So a couple of those things, and I'll throw in another idea for you. So one of those things, I like bicycling, and one of my favorite pages to hang around is the Specialized Bicycle page. So I've got the Specialized Bicycle page. So one thing is I could do is I could come in, I could scroll down, and I can find a post like this that has a ton of comments. It looks like it has 151 comments, 33 shares, 151 likes, if you want to call them, 33 comments, and 10 shares. Those are all people. You can see when I hover over it, people pop up, right? The one thing that I like to do, and I'm not going to go into the training on how to do this, I think I'll go ahead and schedule that right now for Wednesday at 2:15 p.m. FB Live on prospecting, right? And I'll show you exactly how I approach these people on social media. But in between now and then, Forrest, we don't have the time. We're going to talk to you people that don't have the time and maybe just don't want to do this, right? You don't feel comfortable with it. It's just not in your wheelhouse. That's fine. So I go to a post like this on Specialized. I can contact any number of these people. So I found some people, right? And we'll talk about that on Wednesday, exactly what to say to those people when you reach out to them. Or I could go to my Aston Martin page, and I just put this car right here up on my timeline because I thought it was really cool and sexy and pretty. And I can come down here and I can see there's 11,000 people that have liked this. I could stay on this particular post and prospect for days and days and days. It's got 242 comments and it's got 468 shares. I could literally live on this post and prospect right here for the next couple of months if I wanted to, just on this single post. And again, we'll dive deep into how to do this exactly on Wednesday for sure. So we're finding people right now. I could find people here. Or let's say that maybe I'm into Jimmy Choo purses or Jimmy Choo brand, right? You can be whatever brand that you like to be. I'm going to come in here and you can see I scroll down and I found this post. I think it's actually right on the top of their page. Yes, the first post right on the top. Did some blingy shoes. So if you're into blingy shoes and stuff like this one has 997 likes, 29 comments, and 109 shares. Again, a ton of people out here in social media. And if you understand the process, right? If you understand the process for cold prospecting, this is like shooting fish in a barrel. Is it easy? No. Are you going to get immediate results? No. So that's where the marketing side comes in. The marketing side becomes very important, that you have content on your Facebook timeline, on your Instagram timeline, on your YouTube channel, on your LinkedIn channel that relates to you marketing and building a business. It adds credibility to your cold prospecting, right? People say you have to know, like, and trust somebody. You have to build rapport. Well, one of the best ways to build rapport with somebody that doesn't know you is to show up on your social media side, on the marketing side. That's sort of step 2.5, if you want to call it that, right? So one is we found people. Next, we've got to reach out to people with a message. So your next thing is to reach out to these people with a message. When you're reaching out to them and you're doing that cold prospecting, which we'll talk about on Wednesday, that exact message that you need to share, right? You're going to share that message with people, right? They're going to need to see that you're actually in business, that you turned your neon sign on that says, I'm open for business. So if I'm on the Aston Martin page and I'm prospecting people on the Aston Martin page, and they come to my page and they see that I shared an Aston Martin post, they see the Aston Martin in my cover photo, right? Just a slight tip there, but they go through and they see that I have stuff on there about my business. And of course, my message to them is going to relate directly to the product or service that I offer, right? It's not necessarily about the company, but it's about the product or service that I offer. And I do that specifically on purpose because I want people coming to my timeline that want to learn about what I have to offer. Now, if they don't want to learn that, that's cool, right? There's a bunch of people that probably like Aston Martins. Out of that huge group, there's going to be one or two people that are going to say, yeah, I'd like to learn more about your product or service, right? Cool. Guess what? I'm going to show them a presentation, which is the third step. I'm going to show them the presentation, which is really, really cool. I'm going to send them a presentation link. And then from there, I'm going to schedule a follow-up with them. So another cool place that you can find people, right? Oops, wrong deal there. So I did those pages. Right. Another cool place that I can find people is on LinkedIn, right? I can go onto LinkedIn and I can target people here. And the cool thing about LinkedIn is this is people out in the sphere of saying, I am looking for other opportunities. This is what LinkedIn was built to do. It was designed for people to put their resume out there and say, I'm looking for other opportunities. There's tons of people out there in all kinds of categories. I think there's something like 73 billion. It's a huge number. It's a big number. It's a lot of numbers. So when you go in, again, we're not going to train on that today. I may do this specifically, but I've got a specific training on how to prospect on LinkedIn for sure. So I'm probably just going to do the Facebook one on Wednesday. Then maybe we'll come back in first part of next month and focus on LinkedIn and show you how to prospect on that. But Forrest, I don't have time to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to learn how to do that. And that's absolutely okay. So you can find people on LinkedIn to prospect as well. So I've got Specialized Bicycles. I can find people. I've got Aston Martin. I can find people. I have Jimmy Choo. I can find people. I can go on LinkedIn and find people. The point that I brought up the LinkedIn is when somebody comes to my LinkedIn channel and they see my posts, guess what I'm talking about? I'm talking about exactly what I just sent them a message about, relating to how I want them to look at my service. So it's all congruent. There's a congruent message there that says, hey, I just prospected you and see if you want to learn more about what I've got. Are you open to taking a look at how I can help people like you do XYZ PDQ, right? When they look at that, if they don't want to immediately answer, they may go look at my profile. They may look at my timeline to see if I'm showing up for business. If you're prospecting on LinkedIn, guess what you need to do? You need to have information about your services that you offer to people to help them improve XYZ PDQ, right? Maybe you're teaching them how to trade, or to lose weight, or to get in shape, or have bigger hair, shinier eyeballs, or brighter teeth, whatever it is, right? Imagine being a dentist and you have a LinkedIn profile, but all you've got is pictures of your kids, right? If you're a dentist, you'd have pictures of beautiful smiles and braces and orthodontic, whatever service you offer as a dentist. Or maybe you're into ophthalmology with the eyes, whatever it is, optician. Maybe you're an optician, you sell glasses, right? My oldest daughter, is an optician. She just got certified. Congratulations, oldest daughter. And she's an optician. So if she wanted to sell more glasses and get more people in for eyeball checkups, right, she would talk about different things to make your vision better, like not sitting in front of a computer monitor all day and give you eyes, whatever it is, whatever opticians train on. She would talk about that on regular days, and she might put a post up about her glasses, right, or her location, or appointments, or what type of insurance to use. Anything that's going to relate to driving traffic to her business. So when she's reaching out, and if she decided she wanted to target people and where she lived and say, hey, I'm not sure if you know this, but I'm an optician. I work in this area. If you don't currently have an optician, I'd like to be your backup. If you need anybody in your family who needs glasses, I'd appreciate a referral, right? And then she could put a link on there to her website or whatever. But again, it's general. I did a little bit of training there, but again, you need to be on the marketing side. You need to show up on your timeline. You need to show up on Facebook. You need to show up on Instagram. You need to show up on LinkedIn with posts relating to what you do. And it's not talking about what your product is, right? It's talking about what your product, what solution it fixes, right? If you sell CBD, right? Nobody cares that it's CBD. What they care is, will it make my hand stop hurting? Will it make me taller? Will it make me smarter? Will it make me faster? Will it make me able to jump single buildings in a single bound, right? What does your product do? That's what you need to offer people when you're talking on social media. It's cute that you're putting your little liquid in a spoon and going, ooh, I just do this every day. But if you don't have a solution behind it, what does that mean? By being pouring my liquid in my spoon and taking it every day, has helped me lose 40 pounds in the last 60 days. Boom, right? Some people, if you like to know what's in my spoon, comment spoon below, right? Again, that's part of the marketing, but people need to see that. If you're reaching out to them on social media saying, hey, I help people lose weight and get in shape. Who do you know that needs to lose weight and get in shape? I appreciate a referral. Again, just doing a little bit of prospecting lingo there, something along those lines, right? So when you're prospecting and doing that, people are going to come to your timeline. They're going to come to the marketing side of that. So first step, find people. Second step, reach out to people. Third step, you've got to do a presentation. So you've got to have some type of presentation set up. We actually have with my company, we have an automated presentation, which is really cool. I've just got to share this link somewhere with them. So they say, what is it? I share them the link. They put in their name and number. It goes through. It's an automated presentation. One of the things that I truly like to do if somebody does raise their hand and say, yes, I like more information, is I actually like to get them on a StreamYard just like this and set up an appointment and actually walk through the presentation with them rather than just send them the link. Again, that may be something you'd like to do or not. Like, oh, there's no way. I just don't understand the technology. I'm going to have a solution for that. I've got a solution for you. Hang on, hang tight. Again, my goal is to help you guys make a lot of money. This might be a solution for you. It may not. So you can send them a video. You can send them the link. You can follow up with them, or you can do like me, is just get them on stream right now. Get them on a share. Ask them a couple of questions while they're open to taking a look. Then you're going to play the present. You're going to do a screen share and play. And I bet you're not even seeing this, are you? Hold on. I'm sitting here talking about it. I'm not showing it to you. There you go. They get to see a cool presentation form like this. They're going to fill it out. And of course, I would bring them to a live just like this, do a screen share, hit play on this video, and walk them through the questions and have them answer the questions as I go through the presentation. Then, of course, at the end of the presentation, I'm going to ask them, what did you like most about what you saw? And they're most likely going to say something revolving around money, right? They're going to say something revolving around money, or they might have a general question. I'm going to say, based on that, is there any reason you don't want to go ahead and get started right now? This gives me an opportunity to close them right now versus just sending them the link and then trying to chase them for a follow-up call because they're going to get busy and get into life. So said all that. So step one is you got to find people. So we're going to find people on somewhere on Facebook, social media page, maybe over on LinkedIn. We're going to send them some type of a presentation, a link, or we're going to do the presentation with them live, walk them through, then close them. Or the other option is, but Forrest, I'm too busy. I don't have time. Cold prospecting is scary. I just don't get it. I'm pretty good at putting up a post on social media. I can do that part of it. I can share a post on social media. I can get on social media and talk about, 5 tips on how to get shinier teeth. But cold prospecting is just so uncomfortable to me. It just doesn't feel right. That's absolutely okay. So my solution to that, what really helped me out, and the reason I aligned myself with this next software tool and this next service that I'm going to show you is because one is, for example, on Sunday, I had a fully loaded day yesterday. It was so much fun. Got to hang out, hang out with my family, hang out with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, did some church stuff, went out to lunch. Basically, it was a relaxed day. I didn't have to do anything, but because I use this software and the service, it actually prospected for me, which was really, really cool. So not to mention that if maybe you are doing your own prospecting, right? Maybe you are doing warm prospecting, cold prospecting, you don't have any answers, but you just want to get in more. You just want to get more and get in front of more people. Or maybe you're not prospecting on LinkedIn at all. And this is a perfect tool for prospecting on LinkedIn. I really appreciate it. The tool that I'm going to share with you is called NowSite. It's very, very cool. I was introduced to this quite a while back. I've been familiar with the owner and the developer. Guy's super, super smart. I actually created some software many years ago and sold it for some crazy millions of dollars. So the creator of the software is absolutely awesome, awesome, awesome. But basically their motto is they find customers for you. And basically here's how it works. You go in and set up an account in about 5 minutes. You're going to fill out a survey with them. You're going to go in and tell them who your prospect is, what your business is, what your basically your category is. You can share a link with them, just like I shared my link with you guys. You can say I would share them this link. I would give that to them. And then my personal marketing assistant was really cool. I can't pronounce her name, but it starts with a C. She keeps me updated every day in a little chat thing about what she's doing in terms of engaging on posts, engaging in timeline, how many people she reached out to. And she's going to do that. She's going to reach out to, and with a goal of generating 500 leads a month. As it says right here, your dedicated sales pro reaches out professional message to 500 prospects every month. So she's doing the cold prospecting for me, not to mention engaging. So all I've got to do is when somebody raises their hand and says yes, guess what? My step is to simply do the follow-up, get high-quality leads. You receive real-time notifications for prospects who are interested in your business. Simply follow up with them to close the sale. So at that point, if they're interested, and maybe I've set it up to where she actually sends them the link, and then when they watch the video, right, when they watch the video, that's somewhere, like I think I actually posted the links in here so you can see the process and what I do, or my business presentation is in this marketing stuff as well. They can go in and watch that video that she sends to them, or I can follow up with them and say, hey, I see that you have an interest. My marketing assistant reached out to you, see that you have an interest. I'm most likely going to have their phone number because this software goes in and grabs their phone number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply pick up the phone and call them, and I'm going to say, hey, Tamara, this is Forrest, and I'm going to put in my business name. I'm reaching out. I ran across you on LinkedIn. It looks like you responded to one of my messages on LinkedIn about XYZ curious, and then I'm going to go in from there, moving through the close of finding out why they're looking at it, what's their interest, how soon they want to talk. And they may not have a good time to talk right now. I'm going to work my best in either setting up a time later or getting them to close right now, getting them on a video presentation, whatever that process is. I can do that. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, maybe you just want to send them a video, have them watch the video. Either way, and I'm going to close with this basically, and I gotta talk about the promotion that's going on right now. Right now, you can get the NowSite software for $99 a month. Literally today, I think they said today at midnight, that offer goes away, and it's going to go up like $40. But you're going to get your own personal assistant that's going to work for you every single day of the week. I think most days. They're going to message you and tell you what they're doing, which is really, really cool. They're going to send out, primarily work on LinkedIn. You can have them work on Facebook if you want to. But that's something, if you don't feel comfortable with cold prospecting, maybe you just don't have time to do all that, but you're okay with doing the follow-up part after they watch the video presentation, right? After they do the follow-up, that you actually can get on the phone, or maybe you get a team lead to jump on a phone call with you and help you close them until you get comfortable. This is a way to generate leads. So, like, for example, when I have a Sunday off, I don't want to work, right? My personal assistant's in there still doing the job for me, even though I do a lot of personal cold prospecting myself. This is an additional 500 on top of that. Or maybe I'm over on my specialized page and I'm prospecting on Facebook. My personal assistant's over working for me on LinkedIn. So if you think there's a value here, maybe your business just isn't growing the way you want to because you're just scary cats of marketing online and doing cold prospecting. Maybe you're really good at reels, but you just don't really do cold prospecting. This might be a solution for you to jump in and do that. I appreciate there's a link, should be a link in the description somewhere here to go in and get the Now site. Go in and order it. It's $99. There's no contracts. Get in and order it. They've got a Geek Squad person that can help you set stuff up. Their customer service is 3,000 plus. It's really, really good. You will not be left behind. There's tons of training on how to use the software, how to set everything up. So highly, highly recommend. If you're struggling with prospecting and you just, for whatever reason, right, you just don't feel like doing it, you don't feel like going through what I just showed you. I love doing it. I think cold prospecting is just, I get a kick out of it. I think it's really, really cool. And as a result, I've grown a huge, huge business. I've got a ton of customers. I get customers every single week. And it gives me the opportunity, gave me an opportunity a year ago, May, to just leave the full-time corporate job and basically do this stuff full-time, which I absolutely love. I appreciate you. I love you. I hope you have an absolutely awesome, awesome end to the month. Today is the last day to get that Now site software. Also, if you're at a point where you're trying to look for a new opportunity, look for a new business, click the link in my bio. Go in and check out the presentation. If it's for you, great, we'll connect. If it's not for you, absolutely no problem. And you always feel free to just shoot me a text message if you have any general questions. I appreciate you. I love you. Jesus loves you. Absolutely nothing you can do about that. I'm on a mission. have no more empty refrigerators and help you make a lot of money. Have a great end to your month. We'll see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.